Hey folks, this is the what I got to try out with the editing software, which I do not understand, but I bought this. This is supposed to be good for arthritis. You don't have to use the mouse. It's much more ergonomic, but that's what the name is. Where is it? This is the model, a pen tablet. So what you get, let's open this together here. You get this box here. Excuse me, you get the glove. You get the tablet, which is there. Card with downloads, where to get your download, cable, and pen. Alright, I think that's all. What's this say? Okay, in the box. Something down here. Instructions. I'll pause it. So okay, you get a bunch of spare nibs for your pen. So that's what you get. Hey folks, so I've had this pen tablet now for about 1.5 years, and I forgot all about it really, but every time I take it out and use it, I'm like, man, I forget I should do a little review on this thing. So you've seen the unboxing that I did 1.5 years ago that I seen on the computer here, and I want to show you what I do with it. You know, I'm not a professional on this thing at all, and I'm not really proficient in it at all because I want to use it more. I just don't give myself the time, and it's excuse me, it's laziness because all I've ever used was a mouse, and I just feel comfortable, and we all put on that comfortable shirt, you know, that we feel comfortable with, and yeah, so I always kind of find myself using the mouse, but I do use this quite a bit when I'm using the mouse a lot during editing because my arthritis, and I find after a couple of hours with the mouse, I can take this thing out and it rests more, you know, more naturally in my crooked finger. So let's get to this. So you're going to get your product, and as you've seen in the unboxing, and you're going to go to the VEIKK, I don't know how you say that, but VEIKK with the name of this particular pen pad, and you'll go and download the latest drivers for whatever system you're using, so Windows, whatever. Then after you get that done, plug your pen pad in. It's very simple. You just plug it in, and that's it. Your computer will recognize it. This computer is about 15 years old or something, 12, 15 years old, and it recognized it no problem. So when you get that done, you're going to come over here. I don't know why that particular folder always has a problem. And you're going to open up your software that you just downloaded. First of all, you go to the pen, and I have the pen, the button, the top button as default pen erase. Button number 2 I have as right click. So if you're on your mouse and say you were over this application and you right clicked, it will give you a menu. And the same with this one, it gives you a menu. So That's how I got that set up. Now, this is important. You may be changing this from time to time, whatever application that you're doing. It may change, and it's very simple. It only takes a few seconds. I have mine set right down to the maximum pressure that I need to push on the pin. Okay? If I put the pin on here and I move this around with a little bit of pressure, I can move my cursor, but I'm not, I'm not accidentally telling the pin that I'm selecting something, because I could move it and never find it if I'm not paying attention. So I got it set where I'm going to have to put a bit of pressure on there to actually do anything, right? So that also means you're going to lose a little precision when you're moving. But anyway, you'll learn that. Once you get that done, you just move, like, first of all, you just move it wherever. If you go up here, just the weight of the pin is going to set it off. So I just bring it all the way down here, baby. Then go to mapping. This is very important. You want your pin pad to match your monitor. So if you're on a 6-foot, monitor, I don't know what the limit of this thing is, but you want it to map to your monitor. I got a 21-inch monitor. You can't see it, but there's 4 dots here, and that is going to correspond to your monitor. So you want that set properly. However, if you find that you don't want to, say you got arthritis or disability, and you don't want to be moving the wide range, the 10 by 6 or whatever, 10 by 8 area, you can come up here and go part, and you can set, like half of it. You can customize it, and you'll double step it. You can have it half the size, and you're just double stepping more or less, right? Just, you don't have to move your hand, all the way in that motion. So you will set that up. You got your mapping, then you'll have your area. So let's say you got that done now. So this function here, you got 12 buttons, and I only use the bottom 3 rows here. Okay, these 6 buttons, and I have the button number 12. I have it set to undo, but you can have these buttons to do whatever it is you want. And K11 I have as Control C. I have it as a keyboard shortcut for copy, and to me it just made sense to go right here. You can go right directly above it if you want, but I just went over here and I add this shortcut as a Control V, which means paste. So that's those 3 buttons. And I also, K9 and K7, K9 I have as the roller ball on my mouse backwards, and it just made sense to go directly above it to have the roller ball forward. Okay, and but you can configure these however way you want. Now I have K8 button as a backspace, and what you might be thinking about backspace is a little weird, but a lot of the times, sometimes I'm using a digital keyboard. So if you're typing, you just hit the back button, and it's convenient for me on the applications I use. So these are all I use regularly. I did program all the rest, but I just don't use them. So they're redundant to me, but you can use as many and program them as you wish. So now I'm going to open up Power Director, but I'm going to put in a clip from a bird feeder video. Why did it do that sometimes? Huh? Push too hard, that's why. Now, we got this, say I want to scrub over my scrubber here, and I want to cut this clip, and I want to copy this particular section right here. Now, all I got to do is highlight it. I just hit copy, and I can scrub over here, and I want to insert it down here, and I just hit the button, boom, there it is. And you can do that very easily. It's just nice and natural to me. How I got these buttons programmed, you can just undo, 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 and there you go. There is a limit how many you can undo, mistakes you can undo. I think it's like 15, 16, but usually you don't go that far before you realize, oh, I made a mistake. That's not where I want to put that, or that's not what I want to, do there, and you just delete it. So that's not no problem necessarily. I will mention the pin. I wish that they made the buttons more pronounced and a little more stiff. You can set these off just sometimes with you don't even mean to. So maybe they improved that on their later model. I'm not sure, but so that's everything else. Kind of it's the same thing as the mouse, right? It's the same thing. Now I'll show you in another application, but say you were wanting to kind of write here or highlight something, circle something, put an X on something in this video. You would, I would just come up into my custom, say, and go to animation, pick your size, blah, blah, blah. And I would come over here with the mouse. This is how I done it all along, and it's fine. With the mouse, say I wanted to highlight this here, but I wanted to kind of be a little more precise. It's kind of hard, right? And say you wanted to come down, it's very hard to, I'm right there. So you can see it's not as accurate. And I have a very good mouse, so yeah. Anyway, let's try the pin. And you just come over here, so you're going to follow. And it's much faster. Go over the thumb, go up, and go around the thumb. I'm not paying attention too much, but you can see that it is a lot different and a lot faster. It's more precise. You can stay in the line. You do that with the mouse. I would sure be over the lines here somewhere. So anyway, that's where I'll close that out now. So I'm going to show you now where I commented if you were a teacher, or you're doing workspace, or you're doing whiteboard, and say you're doing teaching math, or you do a lot of writing, like a chalkboard. This is your friend, and you probably already have it if you do that as a job, guaranteed. But if this is where you're going to be using this, it's a gem. So I'm going to write with a mouse. I'm going to write 3/4 of the people are lifted up. Now I'm going to come over and I'm going to do my best with this mouse. And this mouse reacts much better on this particular pin tablet as a mouse pad than the actual mouse pad. And I paid $25 or something for this mouse pad. It's unreal. But it is more precise. So bear that in mind. And I'm going to do the best I can. I want to keep it all the same size pretty much. So what did I say? 3/4. 3/4. That's not bad. 3/4 of the people. I'm trying to keep it smaller. Oh, 3/4 of the people is lifted up. See, it annoys the shit out of me, right? I don't like that. So that's with the mouse, and you know, with a little shaky hand. And I was trying my best. I really was, folks. And you know that because you use a mouse to do something like this. You know that it's not very precise. Now let's do the same thing with the pen, okay? I'm going to do the same thing, same shaky hand, and what did I say it was? 3/4 of the people are lifted up. Now, that's a fraction of the time that I was doing that with the mouse. And see, you know, you get more, you can put more on a line because you're more precise. It's like writing on paper. If you're drawing, you know, especially if you're doing artist work, then you probably know all about this, but you know, and you can see that I am a very, very good artist. If I was drawing, say, Ronaldo from Big Son's Lawn Care, you know, with the lawnmower that he pretends to work on, then yeah, I mean, you can do a good job, okay? Anyway, with all poking fun aside, it really is good when you're doing math. You know, it's more convenient. All right, it don't help you with your writing. You know, I write like a chicken went over a piece of paper, but you know, it does. It is much better. I really do like it during these types of applications. A lot of the times you do an email, you will write out an email by hand for certain things, and which is rare, getting rare these days, but sometimes people want, you know, signatures, and you do that, and I find with the pen it is a wonderful thing. You can't tell the difference from writing on a piece of paper and using this. So folks, I hope that this helped you a little bit regarding a pen tablet. And I know that I didn't go through everything that a professional user would, and that's not the intention of this video. I just want to kind of show you what you can do with this thing. Again, don't be like me, okay? Don't be like Bobby. Be your give yourself time, make yourself time so that you can learn it. And it does take a little getting used to, okay? But you will love this thing, I know it. But anyway, folks, hopefully I'll see you coming back and watching some more videos. Take care.